Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Smart TCG, and today I'm going to be going over Koraidon EX. Now, everyone has been talking about Miraidon. However, its legendary counterpart Koraidon actually does have some viability in the standard format. So today I'm going to be going over the list. The list will be in the description as well if you're interested in that. So make sure to go check it out. If you enjoy the channel and enjoy the content that I've been providing, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Helps out. With that being said, all right, let's go over Koraidon. Koraidon EX with 230 HP. It is a fighting type with that ability Dino Cry. Once during your turn, you may attach up to 2 basic fighting energy cards from your discard pile to your basic fighting Pokemon in any way you like. If you use this ability, however, your turn does end. So you're typically going to want to be using this on that first or second turn to be able to flood the board with energies, which will then, allow you to use things like Wild Impact, which deals 220 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can attack, however, that's typically not that big of a deal. However, we have another pretty powerful attacker that we're going to be pairing this up with. That is going to be Hisuian Arcanine V with that irresistible force. As often as you like during your turn, you may move a fighting energy from one of your other Pokemon to this Pokemon. So you can use Koraidon's ability to get lots of fighting energies onto the field and then use irresistible force so that your Rock Bullet, which does 90 plus 30 more for each fighting energy, does significantly more damage. Another big thing about Arcanine is that Arcanine is not weak to Psychic. One of Koraidon's biggest issues is its Psychic weakness, which means that decks like Gardevoir, Shadow Rider, and VMAX are just going to completely run them over. So this is a really important thing, as grass is not a type that is incredibly popular right now or successful, which is why we're going to be using the Hisuian Arcanine versus the majority of our matchups, especially versus the psychic type attackers. Now we have Galarian Zapdos as well with that strong legs charge. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may attach up to 2 fighting energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon. So your goal is to get lots of fighting energies into the hand to then use Galarian Zapdos to then put onto the Hisuian Arcanine so that you can irresistible force and use Rock Bullet. That's typically going to be how the strategy works. One important thing is that you can't Nest Ball for this card and get the strong legs charge to work. That's really important because Nest Ball puts it instantly onto the bench and not from the hand. So just so you know, for anyone that thinks that they can do that, don't try that. We have Radiant Greninja here with concealed cards just for consistency, along with that Drapion V here with that wild style to use Dynamic Tail versus decks like Mew VMAX. Now, going over some other cards in this deck that are pretty interesting, we have Lake Acuity. Now, one of the big problems with this deck is that it doesn't have really high HP Pokemon. So playing Lake Acuity makes them a little bit bulkier and more difficult to one-shot, along with things like Rock Chestplate as well. This fighting Pokemon this card is attached to takes 30 less damage from attacks. So you can make things like Arcanine have almost 300 HP, which is pretty good. We have Penny as well. Put one of your basic Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your hand. So this is going to be really good to reset things like the Hisuian Arcanine. You can bench another Arcanine and then switch into it. And then you can Penny the damage to one away, or you can Galarian Zapdos and use it multiple times potentially. V-Guard as well, just so it's also more bulky too. So this is the list as of right now. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I think it's actually a pretty strong deck. So, all right, let's hop into some games and show off exactly how it works. Alrighty, everyone. So hopping into our game here, it looks like we're going to be going up against Mew Meloetta. So definitely going to be one of the harder matchups. However, definitely have a shot at taking it down here. We got to start off with the Radiant Greninja for sure. Let's use that, drawing a couple cards, looking for something like that the Koraidon, and we unfortunately do not get that. However, we do have a Rock Chestplate, which is good. So we can go here, attach Lake Acuity, and then just simply Dino Cry, get ourselves an extra energy there. So, all right, not the greatest of starts, however, still okay. I mean, if they don't get the Meloetta turn 1, we should be fine. But we'll see exactly what they're able to do here. So here comes Choice Belt being tossed down onto Mew, that nice full art Mew there. And yeah, we'll really see what they're doing here. I mean, their goal is obviously to use something that like that Alessa's Sparkle, which is what they'll definitely be going for. However, with no Quick Ball, maybe they're not able to get it. Not entirely sure yet. Down goes Switch Cart and Boss. So that's a sign that their hand is not great, because those are cards you don't really want in the early turns. So it's a good sign. It's a good sign for sure. So all right, there's the Alessa Sparkle. Ooh, okay. So now they're just going to be Fusion Strike Systeming for 2 here, potentially. So this might be bad. Oh, did they just fail it? Oh, wait, no, they attached 1 and 1. Okay. So they're just not going with the Meloetta. I guess I don't dislike this because they know they're probably not hitting it statistically. So I guess maybe that makes sense. They're just kind of trying to play a little bit more conservatively, which is understandable. So here comes Mew being tossed down onto the field here, along with that escape rope. Bringing up the Greninja. That's a little annoying, as I now need to find Switch to be able to get this KO here, which I guess is okay. But if we have the option to KO the Genesect, we definitely will. What are they going into? The Mew? Yeah, we'll probably just see an energy mix here. Yeah, we are. Okay, so we have the opportunity now to hit a turn 2 KO due to this Dino Cry, just making our deck so aggressive. We are going to have the opportunity just to wipe this Mew off the field, potentially. So we'll see, depending on what we draw. And there it is. There is the Switch card that we were looking for. We're going to be able to use that concealed cards, discard, and draw 2. There is some other good stuff as well. You love to see it. We'll go here, and now we also are kind of faced with an interesting question of, do we just KO the Mew here, or do we KO their consistency? I think at this point, I don't hate just going after their consistency and basically just saying you have to have Mew VMAX now. I really like this play. I think that we can just wipe their important fusion energies off the board and potentially just take over this game. So we're going to bring that up and use that wild impact for 220 damage minus 20 there, so it looks like, yeah, so yeah, 200 there, 1 and 2, taking those prize cards, a double Arcanine. Okay, so that's what we need. We need the double Arcanine there. It's going to be very, very important due to the fact that the Koraidon is weak to Psychic, so we don't necessarily have a great way to be able to power that up. And no, there's the Mew. What? So they had the Mew in hand. Oh no, that's very bad. However, like now we can just Drapion them, so it's not the end of the world here for us. We can simply just Serena for 5. We can bench double Arcanine. So all right, so this is where the Drapion is going to come in clutch, I think. So let's go bench Arcanine, bench Galarian Zapdos, and then I think I can just Serena here. Draw 5, 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and there it is. Okay, cool. So we'll go concealed cards for 2 first. The reason we're going to concealed cards first, and I'll kind of explain why, is because you want to see exactly what you get first. So in this situation, we have a quick ball. We don't necessarily want to use, or we have an Ultra Ball. We don't necessarily want to use the Ultra Ball to discard those resources. We prefer just to naturally draw into like a Nest Ball or a Drapion this way, and we don't get it, but that's fine. We can go discard Penny. And I guess we can just discard another Penny. I don't really have an issue just tossing these away. I'll grab the Drapion. Go evolve. Or not evolve. Bench. V-Guard. I guess we could just V-Guard the Drapion and make it even harder for them to KO. But I feel like that's just kind of unnecessary, because we need to power up an Arcanine as well. We'll promote the Drapion. Actually, no, we need to do it, though. Yeah, and then we need to pass because we don't actually have it. Oh, wait, no, we do. Yeah, because we just needed the 1. Never mind. Oh yeah, because they have 3. Okay, so this was correct. Yeah, so we need to touch there because we needed to use because Wild Style. Okay, so we'll just put the 60 on the Galarian Zapdos. So now we have a 240 HP Drapion, which is kind of difficult for them to deal with here. So we'll go 1, 2, and 3. All right, so they got the KO out of nowhere, which made this a little bit spooky. However, Drapion plus the V-Guard energy is probably going to prove to be very difficult for them to deal with. And if they miss KO on this, even then, yeah, okay, and there's a concession. I was about to say, like, they have to KO, and even then we have time, potentially. So, all right, we got there. First game, pretty convincing with the Koraidon deck. Let's get into another one. Alrighty, everyone. So hopping into our next game here, it looks like we're going to be going up against something Regieleki and Miraidon sleeves. So we can safely assume this is going to be the Miraidon EX deck. So we got ourselves a Nest Ball here, pretty good start. We're going to use that Radiant Greninja. And actually, in my first video of Scarlet and Violet content, we played the Miraidon deck, and we actually beat a Koraidon deck. So now I'm on the other side here, so hoping to get that revenge here. So we have ourselves that Radiant Greninja, which is pretty good. Hopefully going to attempt to draw into a couple energies here, which we got 1, which is pretty good. So stuff Arcanine. I guess we can bench Arcanine. Put that down. I guess we could Ultra Ball as well. I mean, because like they're not gonna do anything this turn, so I guess we could just go Ultra Ball here. 1 and 2. Let's grab ourselves a Arcanine. Seems fine. Yeah, I think we just want to go the Arcanine route for sure. So, I mean, I guess we can still attach them here just so we have them. So we'll go Dino Cry for 2 energy. And I guess if we top deck energy 2, we could just chase something. Because, like, it's very unlikely they hit turn 1. So I'm just going to play like they don't have turn 1. Because I guess, like, we could have put them on Arcanine, but then we need Switch as well, which is a chance we would miss that. So I think this is just safer. Because if we go and they don't get us, or if they don't KO us turn 1, then we could potentially go into Arcanine next turn with like a Serena for 5, a Judge for 4, then we can find those pieces. So as I said, I'm not too particularly worried that they're going to hit Photon Blaster turn 1, as that happens maybe 5% of the time. So we'll see what happens here. There's Miraidon getting themselves a Raikou and Miraidon EX. Tandem unit. Get himself a double Regieleki V. So they've got a pretty good start here. I mean, they could Raikou for 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 160, 180. But like even if they hit, then we could just go Switch Cart into Arcanine and then just one shot. So we're looking pretty okay here. So there's the Ultra Ball being used. Going to be discarding a couple cards here. Going to be getting themselves that Regieleki VMAX, potentially double Path. All right, so we're going up against the Path version of this deck, which is definitely not something I've seen, but seems pretty cool. All right. There is Arvum. I gotta assume that this is going to be getting themselves... I mean, I guess now they could do it. Okay, they got themselves Electric Generator. I thought they might have gotten themselves 4 Seal Stone there, but I guess EXP sure also makes sense. So there's Generator. Praying that they don't get 2. Because that would be spooky. They got 1. Okay. Now they also need Switch as well. So they do need more here for sure. So we'll see. There's Energy. Do they have the Switch though? They did not. Okay. That is good. I drew another Serena. So that's not... So, like, now I think I might just want to Judge. Because I don't want to lose all this. All right, yeah, we'll Judge here. Looking for an Energy. Which should be very easy to hit because we have so many in the deck. Yeah, okay. So, we could go in with the Arcanine here, which I don't hate. Let's just start off with Radiant Greninja, concealed cards. Discarding that, drawing 2. 1, 2. Yeah, why not? Let's just go into... Actually, no, we need 4 energies, so never mind, we can't even do that. So, okay. Let's just go V-Guard here. And then we don't really want a Nest Ball, so let's just go Wild Impact. 440 damage, going to be able to take that knockout there. And our Koraidon now is 460... Or 200... 260 HP. We're doing like 400 plus damage to the Regieleki, but now we have 260 effectively because of the energy here. So they need to... get double Regieleki, and even then I don't think they can take the KO. So they're doing 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 160, 180, 210, 240 minus the V-Guard. Yeah, so they still actually don't have the KO yet. So this is looking potentially good for us. Our Koraidon with that V-Guard energy is bulky, so I think that we'll be able to run through this Raikou unless they get Miraidon. If they get Miraidon, then they can't take the knockout. So that's the spooky thing. But they're going to need 3 Regieleki here to get it, which I don't think they can do, because they would go 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 160, 180, and then 210, 240 with the Regielekis. Yeah. Okay. So they got there's Boss's Orders. Okay, so they're going for the consistency here, which I think is actually kind of smart, because I know they couldn't get a knockout anyways, so this makes sense, going for that consistency engine here. So, all right. There is one prize. We can simply just promote the Koraidon again, though. And now we can go Rock Bullet if we want. Let's go attach V-Guard here. Nest Ball. I guess we'll just grab another Hisuian Arcanine. It doesn't really matter. I would like to research ideally into a bunch of... Alright, as long as we're on... So yeah, we can't move V-Guards, unfortunately. So I think what we're going to do here is just research. I don't think there's anything else we could do. I mean, I guess we could bench a Koraidon, but I don't think we gain anything from that. So let's just go Professor's Research. Just trying to burn through the deck as quickly as possible to find those last pieces that we'll need. Alright, there's Lake Acuity. That's good. And then we can just go and Wild Impact for the knockout. So now we have effectively 280. So now we're even bigger. So now they need double Regieleki. So I mean, that's like probably pretty likely anyways. But now we're looking for Zapdos. If we draw on a Zapdos, we have game, but we don't have it yet. So that's the spooky thing. All right, we'll see what they got here. Yeah, much smoother game compared to the one that we played with Miraidon Regieleki versus Koraidon, where the Koraidon player did not really get as well set up. This game we're cruising. Got ourselves really aggressive turn 2 hits, and it just seems like they've gotten overwhelmed very easily. I don't think there's necessarily a whole lot that they can do here, and we should just be able to wild tackle and sweep through the game. And if not, then if we get ourselves something like that Galarian Zapdos, we'll simply be able to go use the ability, and then attach, and then move all the energies to the Arcanine. So I think I like this here. Here's the Judge coming out. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have the energy. There's electric generator, so this is going to be spooky if they can get the 2. This is a huge question if they can get it. Let's see. Oh boy. 1 and 2, so they do get it. Whoa, okay. So they actually now take KO. So this changes everything, because now I need to hit. Like now I need to find the pieces. Oh boy, okay. So this just got close. It's just got very, very close. So now I'm in Operation Find Galarian Zapdos. Because this got spooky. All right. There's energy attachment. We'll see the retreat. Yeah, into the Miraidon here. And they're doing 280 if my math is correct. Tandem unit. Yeah, they are doing 280 here. Okay. So, as I said, I think this is enough here. As long as my math is right to get this KO. And now I'm in a position where I need to be careful. 260? Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, it does 260 technically because of the Lake Acuity. Yeah, okay. So, this is close. It's definitely an uncomfortable situation to be in. All right, there's the Zap. We'll go bench Zap. Attach. Research. Oh, we just drew it all. Did we draw it all? Oh my goodness, we did. Okay, so we can go strongly charge. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Switch Cart into the Arcanine, and then I'll be able to use that Irresistible Force, moving these fighting energies all to the active here. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we hit that. And we can go Rock Bullet 360, taking the KO. So that got really scary, as you saw. But Galarian Zapdos is saving the day here, allowing me to take those final 2 prizes. So looks like we were able to get that other game there with that Koraidon deck. And that's going to do it for the video. If you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe. Helps me out as a creator. And also make sure to check out the most previous video that I just uploaded going over Turbo Darkrai. All that stuff will be in the description, or your recommendations if you're subscribed. So anyways, thank you so much for all the support as always. I appreciate it. I love you guys all very much. This is Smart TCG, and I'll speak with you again soon. I have some more content out as well. All right, peace out. If you're interested in improving your game, I do offer coaching on MetaFi. I'm one of the most successful players in the entire world, ranked in the top 20 worldwide, and I know what it takes to get there. If you're just interested about learning what coaching is, I do also have a free consultation where we can kind of go over exactly how I coach, like some of the plans that might be best for you, and what we need to do moving forward to make sure that you are as successful as possible. Just is going to be kind of a time for us to get to know each other and kind of go over exactly what coaching is. But I have all of my sessions here along with training plans, and if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to shoot me a message on MetaFi or any of my socials below. But just wanted to put that out there. If you are interested in improving your game, I do offer coaching on MetaFi, and if you have any questions, anything like that, all those links will be in the description. All right, thank you so much.